Hey, so today we made the knife. So I did say I might switch the musical instrument, but I thought it went well with the collection, and I just wanted to try to model it before I did switch. So yeah, so the same with kind of like the trumpet instruments. I used cylinders and then extruded instead of like duplicating the extruded parts. I just extruded it out of the base mesh. So yeah, then I didn't really add any. I did. So I added loop cuts where I thought it needed kind of more faces, more, you know, sorry. But anyway, yeah, so I also mirrored this part just because I thought it looked better mirrored than not mirrored. Plus then, yeah, so I mirrored this part to get it into one big shape. Then I was gonna mirror it the other way, but I didn't like how it looked. Like, I was kind of doing that purely because of the left and right-handed mode, but then I thought it's not gonna look good if I do it like that. So yeah, so this was me gonna try do some details. So I did kind of like a swirly pattern with planes, and yeah, so I made sure like I used the, what's it called, skin wrap, shrink wrap, there you go. So I used that to do it, then I extruded them out a bit. So I keep this for a while, but then I don't really like it. I don't think it really, like with the other designs that would have been perfect, but for this one I don't think it really worked out for me. So yeah, I also used the hole, I made some holes. So yeah, this is supposedly the low poly version. Again, I messed around with baking and it did not work at all. It's very annoying, but to be honest, yeah, I like the end result regardless. So yeah. So I think this is the higher poly version. So I just so the other one I took the subdivision surface off, but for this one I left it on. Then I added kind of like some indents in certain places, added loop cuts where it kind of like, it just fades into each other. So sometimes the faces, because it's so smooth, it doesn't look like there's something there, so you kind of need to make it more kind of visible. So yeah, this is me kind of sculpting in some details. I didn't really like that, so I got rid of it, but yeah. This was gonna be the ideal workflow for the other guns, where I would just do this then bake it, but of course baking doesn't work for me. So yeah, I just sculpted where I thought was necessary. Like a lot of kind of modeling I do, it's kind of what I think looks good. So yeah, so I just added like, just, you know, sculpt it out and everything. It was nice to see this, but it sucks that it didn't come in use, but I feel like kind of grateful for that. But yeah, so this is me doing the seams. This, I really like the UVs I did for this one. I think it was more organized, and I guess that's because there wasn't as many kind of pieces in comparison to the other ones. Like, not as like complex pieces, let's say. So yeah, this, I don't know how long this took me. This probably took me 30 minutes. Like, yeah, it does take a long time to do this. Even if you're doing it so basically, like, it just takes a long time. Plus, you have to see if it like unwraps how you want it to unwrap, how it looks how you want it to look. So yeah, kind of trial and error. So to do this, I kind of separated each part, like the main parts of the kind of flute. So the extruder bit, then the kind of the pipe a bit, and then yeah, so I was just kind of separating it like that, then unwrapping them. So yeah, I gave kind of like the base bit the most kind of space on the UV because it's gonna have more detail than like just like some other parts. Like there's circles in here which is just the back face of something, and sometimes you're not gonna see it, so I didn't give it that much space because of that, so yeah. I also tried to organize it in kind of material wise, so yeah. There's one part, maybe two parts that isn't in the correct section, but I feel like overall it looks pretty organized, so yeah. So I just kind of organized it like this. So this changes a bit, so I just kind of put the circles in one place because I thought, I don't know, it'd be nice if they went together. So yeah. Unwrapping is still a pain though, like, dude, it hurts so bad. It's like remeshing as well, honestly, like, imagine if I did that as well, dude, we'd be here a long time. But yeah, then I think I discovered there's like a weird face in there or something. But yeah, these weren't as bad though. They weren't as bad as the previous ones. So while we're doing this, yesterday I was playing Valorant again, and we had this dude on our team, and he was so bad. He was so bad, but for no reason. Like, dude, it was like, what? Like, I can't really say anything though because I get pretty mad easily, but I'm more of kind of like a chat warrior, keyboard warrior. I don't know. Like, I'm more of a type sarcastic comments in the text chat, but this dude, man, he was like, "Ah, you guys so bad. Oh my god, blah blah blah. Oh my god, if I outfrank you, you're so bad. Ah." Blah blah, and then he kept going back to how he was AFK for 2 rounds, and that was the excuse. So anyway, okay, so actually maybe I can still talk. So yeah, this is me trying to figure out the baking. Like, to be honest, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's because of the way I'm doing it, or so, you know, it's annoying, but it doesn't really, it's not like a vital part that I had to do, you get me? Plus it still looks good as low poly, I think. Like, it brings the kind of point across that it's supposed to be a flute, so I think we're okay. Plus it could be more low poly, you get me? Like, it could have less polygons, so yeah. In the end, after exporting different things and blah blah blah, I tried everything. I was like, is it because I've unwrapped it myself? Is it because, like, I've watched all these videos before, I watched them again just in case. I even named the mesh just in case it was that, which I hoped it was. I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. It wasn't that. So yeah, I also tried to UV unwrap the high poly version, which was horrible. And I was like, maybe it's because that one doesn't have UVs. And then I was like, oh, maybe because it's not on top of the other model. So yeah, there's probably a way I should do this. So yeah, it probably is the way I've done it, and it is my mistake. But yeah, I feel like I should have just missed it this time because it didn't work last time, so why would it work this time? But yeah. In the end, I kind of just bake the low poly model onto the low poly model, if that makes any sense. I don't really know, but anyway, yeah. So okay, finally winter texturing. So again, use the fill layers to just fill in the kind of metallic metal bit and then the wood piece. I really like how I did the wood. So for this, I adjust the height of the material and then went in and just did kind of like curvy lines that are like wood grains. So I did that. Then I came in with a smaller pen and then did the exact same to give it kind of variation. I also added like the knots. I think they're called knots. So yeah. Then I was gonna look up some reference, but none of that wood really helped me, to be honest. I kind of wanted more natural kind of wood. So yeah, I also really want to do, like, on Razor's gun, she has kind of like bandagey things around it. I'm not sure what you call this, so I kind of wanted to do something on this. I know it's supposed to be kind of like a posh classical theme, but I thought it would just, I don't know, I really wanted to try this out, so yeah, so I did it. I also kind of followed like how it looks so they kind of, but I feel like the texturing, it's not exact replica, but yeah, they kind of do it. I don't know how to explain it, but they do kind of blocky shading. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so I also tried to do a highlight. I thought it was too small, so I kept adjusting it and making it bigger. So yeah, I kind of just did this, went in with the rubber, and then just rubbed kind of like certain parts out. I turned down the opacity as well, so yeah. I really like the wood though for this. I feel like it looks very kind of like stylized, I think. So because I'm supposed to be doing the pack done by today, I might go back and change the Marshall, because I feel like the wood could have been done a better way. But yeah, so hopefully I go change that back. So yeah, when I actually export this, it is very shiny. So I was gonna say, oh, I'll do that later, but I just played around with, so I added a color ramp. You'll see at the end, but yeah, so I added a color ramp and just adjusted kind of the roughness from there. So yeah, just adding kind of details. So this bit, I was a bit confused on what I was doing. It was kind of like a decorative piece on the side, but I didn't add kind of like the buttons, which I forgot to add, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so I forgot to add those, so it kind of doesn't make a bit makes sense. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I feel like I could have added a lot more detail into this, but I feel like the texturing kind of makes up for it. Like, yeah, I really like the kind of cloth thing, bandage, blah blah blah. So yeah, I also did some circles kind of around the holes, because the hole isn't circle, but hopefully that gives it kind of the illusion that it is. So yeah, I also tried to go in with like a white mask to not have the kind of height shown on the face. So yeah, this is me adjusting the highlight. So yeah, I feel like I could have done that a bit different, but you know, it's okay. I really like these kind of things, actually. I did the same with the other ones, but I kind of kept it in a diamond shape and then added kind of circles on each end. So yeah, this is me also going in to add more kind of colors to the wood, because I felt like it needed more kind of base colors, because wood has different colors, like different variations. It's like when you look at cardboard, which is not wood, but I don't know, but yeah, there's different colors, like you get like kind of specks of orange in there. So yeah, so I just wanted to give it some more color in there. So I actually switched to the base color because sometimes the kind of shininess of kind of the environment gets in the way when I'm texturing. So yeah, I didn't know what to put here, so I was just gonna put some kind of fancy writing, which I thought, you know what, that looks pretty cool. I think I did pretty good there. I think, yeah, the writing looks kind of cool. I just wanted to put something there because it looked really blank, and so yeah. I'm kind of sad I didn't put the buttons on, but I really do like the final bit. I really like the wood, I really do. Plus in the future, if I make kind of like a if I make something out of wood, I can just use this technique again. So yeah, it was really nice playing around with the height and not having to use the bevel kind of tool thingy. So yeah, it kind of gives you more freedom and doesn't give kind of weird distortions in the strokes. Okay, but yeah, this has been kind of doing the shadow. I feel like I could have spent a bit more time on this, but I kind of tried to apply what I do with drawing, which is probably how you're not supposed to shade whatsoever. Like, when I draw or do a model, it's kind of the same like thought process. It's kind of like what I think looks good rather than what it should actually, like, realistic. So yeah, this is me just plugging everything in. So yeah, look, as you see, it's very shiny. Like, I don't know, it's really shiny, and the kind of like the grooves look a bit shiny as well. So yeah, So this is me changing the background. I really like the purple color actually, so yeah. But I enjoyed this, so yeah, I'm really happy the week's over though. Like, as much as I enjoyed doing this, because I'm not consistent enough, it was kind of like a bit of trial and error, like especially with the wood. I wish I did the wood like that for the Marshall. So yeah, but it was fun. I really like the Frenzy and the Flu. I think those two are the best ones. Maybe the Aries as well, but yeah. Next week I might do character. I really want to do another character. Sally was great, but if you look at her from the side, she looks really scary. So yeah, hopefully I fix that. So yeah, I also want to get back into modeling kind of objects. I really want to model a radio. I don't know why, but I have it like envisioned in my head, so yeah. But it was nice to actually do weapons because I love them so much. But I never do them. But anyway, yeah, so I have a Twitch, and thank you and bye.